race leader. They had not yet made their pit stop in the green flag cycle.
So now we're just going to have to see so many cars have pitted that we'll see where the 6 cycles back. I think what they would have rather done was pit under green, then the yellow come out, because then he could have kind of cycled out and had fresh tires. Unfortunately for the 6, this yellow, you see the disappointment. The yellow's too early. They needed to make their pit stop first. Let's listen into the 6.
I'm sorry. Every time, man. Just getting clean air. Oh.
All right, so let's just review. What they wanted to do is run 5, 6, 7 more laps, come down pit road, then get a caution. Then you have brand new tires. Like I said, you have to gamble anyway, and when you have a mistake by coming down pit road closed, your gamble has to get bigger. You heard the frustration Brad knows from behind the wheel. He knows exactly how this is going to work out.
What about those guys that were just on pit road? I mean, they're making their stops, caution comes out.
Yeah, we're going to have to see where this all cycles, because you're absolutely right. With the guys on pit road, the blend might be very different. Let's see what happens in the 88.
Just gets loose right there. Out of turn 1, I believe.
Yep, Shane Van Gisbergen, last week's winner, locked into the playoffs, getting the victory at Mexico City, but it gets away from him here. Caution with 35 to go.
So I think, yeah, the question, I guess, is where does Blaney cycle out in all of this? He was on pit road. Looks like he's going to end up coming across finish line in 4th place behind, well, once everybody else comes to pit road, he's behind Briscoe, Hamlin.
This Friday, Saturday night race for Cup cars as we head over to TNT. The Truck Series racing Saturday afternoon at Lime Rock on FS1.
I tell you what, the guys and the girls.
Ready, green, green, green.
All right, the 12's in the back of the 19. They got help from Chase Elliott as well, and now the outside line. The inside does not connect, and look at the ground they lose. Oh, the 19,
to the lead.
The 19 pulls down in front of his teammate. That it makes the 11 have to lift. The 12, with a chance to clear, is not going to do it. Denny's going to side draft really aggressively. 3 wide behind Adam.
Last 2 winners here, racing for 2nd right now. Blaney outside of Hamlin. Chase Elliott gets up to 4th. Kyle Larson in the picture.
This was a tough restart for that 17. Started on the inside in 3rd. Now he's back here around 6th, battling for his life.
And how about Priest running 8th in the outside lane, giving a shove to his teammate. Fastest lap of the day, Denny Hamlin. Having a great afternoon when you look at points. 2nd right now behind Briscoe is Hamlin as they jockey for position into 1.
Christopher Bell. Yeah, on the inside of Christopher Bell. Christopher has some pretty good splitter damage on the front of that car. Surprised to see him up here in the mix. Of course, he's in dirty air where he didn't really need the splitter, but doing a good job hustling that car. And here's Buscher now trying to gain those spots back that he lost starting in 3rd on the inside there. Maybe the best car in the field. It's back in 5th place. Logano to the inside of Christopher Bell. Still 3 wide.
Another 1/4 of a mile. That over the entire fuel run may be a difference. So to your point, that's not by luck, and that's not by tune-up. That is Chase Briscoe saving gas versus Denny Hamlin. Fuel mileage continues to play a role here at Pocono.
Right here at the end of the straightaway. He's probably lifting a little bit there, and that jumps up to 5.2.
Look at that, last lap, big saving, big chunk of saving right there.
And it allows...
No brake into 1 or left brake. Just drive in deeper. That partial lift is not doing it for us.
So what he said, partial lifting isn't saving enough. I need you to lift completely off and just try to use less brake. Coast in there with more speed, all while stacking these guys up behind him. Remember that dirty air animation you showed us earlier? He's using that perfectly. He lets the 11 get there, and he shuts that air off.
That's allowing the 12 of Blaney and eventually Chase Elliott to get to the back bumper of Hamlin. So Hamlin then has to start looking at being defensive. Where does he need to run to keep the 12 car at bay?
What's up, Marty?
Adam Spotter, Chris Lambert for Denny Hamlin's basically giving a play-by-play of Chase Briscoe's radio. They have told him the 19 fuel situation is no better. And Steve, I want to go back to what Chris Gale told Denny Hamlin right before this last restart. He said, listen, one more caution for the 19, and they can make it to the end of the race. So play it very aggressively.
I love that. I love it. Oh, look at the glare. Hand up off the steering wheel for Denny Hamlin, trying to block the sun as he goes down into the tunnel. I love the cat and mouse at the end of these. Let's just ride on board with Hamlin right here. See if he can make any sort of gain. What Briscoe's trying to do with saving gas and hold off a 7-time Pocono winner for 22 more laps.
You just think about everything that's on the line here. These drivers inside top 5, take it back through the top 10.
Watching this 19, I would say, look, you'd be even more aggressive here, at least that corner, in allowing, lifting much sooner, completely out of the gas. I think Denny can get within a couple car lengths even in the middle of the corner, and you'll be able to defend.